In this video, I want to remind you how to convert between standard form of a function and slope-intercept form of a function. Both functions represent a linear function. Standard form has a times x plus b times y equal to a constant, whereas slope-intercept form has y by itself equal to m times x plus b. In this example, we want to get 4x plus 2y equals 10, which is written in standard form, into slope-intercept form by getting y by itself on the left-hand side of the equation. We need to ask ourselves what's happening to y. Well, first, it's being multiplied by 2 and then added to 4x. So to solve, we want to work backwards using inverse operations. The opposite of adding 4x to both sides is subtracting 4x. So we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. Since 10 and negative 4x are not like terms, we're left with 2y equals negative 4x plus 10. We can't simplify 10 and negative 4x to anything else other than negative 4x plus 10. Now we have to undo the multiplication of 2 to the y by dividing both sides by 2. So I'm going to divide the left-hand side by 2 to get y by itself. So I also need to divide negative 4x by 2 and 10. In order to maintain equality, I have to divide both sides, every single thing, by 2. 2y divided by 2 is just 1y, or y. Negative 4x divided by 2 is going to leave me with negative 2x, and 10 divided by 2 is going to leave me with 5. Y equals negative 2x plus 5 is 4x plus 2y equals 10 in slope-intercept form. Number 3 on our homework has the problem x plus 3y equals 9 and asks us to write it in slope-intercept form. Again, we have to get y by itself on the left-hand side. So in order to do that, we ask ourselves, using order of operations, what's happening to y? Well, it's being multiplied by 3 and added to x. So to solve, we need to work backwards to get y by itself. We work from the outermost part of the equation to the innermost. So the first thing we need to do is do the inverse operation of adding x, which is subtracting x. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I'm left with, on the left-hand side, 3y equals negative x plus 9. 9 and negative x aren't like terms, so I can't simplify them any further. My next step is to undo the multiplying 3 of y by dividing both sides by 3. So I'm going to divide 3y by 3 to leave me with just 1y, and I also have to do that to everything else in the equation. Don't forget about the invisible 1 that's really in front of the x. So my final answer is y equals negative 1/3 times x, negative 1 divided by 3 is negative 1/3, plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. This equation, y equals negative 1/3 x plus 3, is x plus 3y equals 9 in slope-intercept form.